back to the Rapid Offense podcast. Today I would like to talk to you about the usage of weapons, sticks in particular. Okay, there's a lot of myth and a lot of conjecture around using weapons. Some people think it's not practical because I'm not going to be walking around with a baton or a stick like that, or who's going to attack me with something like this anyway. The point is, weapons training will teach you a lot about the unarmed as well. So it's very well worth making the effort and training with weapons. The thing is about this, training with a weapon is a lot more unforgiving than training unarmed. If you can get away from a piece of wood like this, a punch or a kick might not pose such a threat to you anymore. So it's definitely, in my experience, well worth making the effort to train with weapon. Of course, health and safety always have to come first. Okay, I just want to kind of be more general in terms of explain a bit more about the weapon you're using here. The first thing is that don't treat the stick for anything but that. Okay, don't mistake it with a machete or a knife or what have you. A stick is a stick at the end of the day. It's a crushing weapon, not a cutting weapon. It has different dynamics, it does different kind of damage, and you have to use it in a very different way compared to a blade. So there's a lot of stuff out there, and sort of perhaps Escrima, Kali or Arnis, where they then pretend as if they're wielding a machete. A stick is a stick, machete is a machete. Two are completely and entirely different in the way they're used and applied. Okay, now basically with the stick, you want to very much use the first 6 inches of the stick to strike with. Okay, or you want to use what we call the butt end of the stick. This is what we call the heart of the stick here. So you got the top end, the heart, and the butt of the stick. In terms of holding the weapon in, don't use your thumb here like a hammer. Okay, you don't want to use it in that way because very poor power generation, and you can get disarmed really quickly. Okay, so when you hold it like this, lock that stick in with your thumb. Okay, and don't leave too much of a butt here. Again, you get easily disarmed if you do that. So hold about 1 inch for the butt. Keep your thumb locked in. As for your stance, stand comfortably, feet shoulder wide, 50-50 weight distribution, and keep your strong hand in front. Okay, in Escrima we say that you keep your weapon, it's your sword and your shield at the same time. Okay, next I would like to show you what we call the basic 5 strikes. Okay, again, you see the position. The first one is your number 1 strike, is a downward strike and an angle with the open hand. Then the second one, number 2 strike, backhand. Number 3 is horizontal, and number 4 horizontal backhand. Number 5 is the stab. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, remember you want to hit with the first 6 inches of the stick. Now remember, when you apply those 5 strikes, 2 things are really important. You want to hit on target, and you want to hit with a committed hit. Okay? On target means you're actually hitting where you're supposed to be hitting. Okay, with the number 1 strike, you say you go from number 1, and number 2 is to the temples, number 3 and number 4 is to the elbows. So you don't want to end up striking like this or striking up like that. That's basically high 4. That will be high 3. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. The other thing is that you need to move with your strikes. Of course, I've just shown you how to execute those strikes, but if you imagine yourself standing on the line like this, when you do that drill here, you step always across the line. Number 1, move the weapon. Number 2, again, turn the weapon. Number 3, turn the weapon. Number 4, and stab with the line. Number 5. I hope you enjoyed that very basic introduction to Escrima, some stick fighting. Again, always think safety first. Don't actually hit anybody with these sticks. particularly training's partner. Okay, always have safety first, and make sure that nobody gets hurt. Okay, because these weapons do hurt, and you can cause some serious injuries. Anyway, have fun, and I'll see you next time for our next installment of our weekly podcast. See ya.